Welcome to another episode of Sandy Killer Projects. Today we're going to go over some very basic principles on how to check fluids in our new 2023 Honda Civic. Also going to show you some of the differences on the Cherokee that is sitting in the backpack there. This video is a bit of a rehash of an older video that we had. That older video was exceedingly long, so I'm going to show you how very quickly and easily on these cars. Okay, first and foremost, the most important fluid that you need to check inside of the engine compartment here is your oil. Your oil is generally going to be towards the front end of the engine. In this case, it's a big orange thing with a symbol on it. This symbol actually tells you that it is oil. Some of them are a yellow pull ring. A lot of times they're up along the front side of the engine. In this case, it's very clearly marked, and the oil cap tells you what type of oil needs to go inside of it. With your car warmed up and off on flat level ground, you're going to pull the dipstick out of the tube, and you're going to look in between. There'll be two marks that tell you where the oil needs to be, and there's sometimes cross hatching inside of it. As long as you're in between those two marks, you have the correct amount of oil inside of the car. Also, pull it out, wipe it off once, stick it back in, pull it out the second time, and then do the reading off of it. Cars, generally older cars, have a transmission dipstick for the automatic transmission. The transmission on this car is on this side. The dipstick tube would be somewhere around here. A lot of times the transmissions are towards the back of the engine. You will find another pull ring that allows another dipstick to come out. On most newer cars, they do not install the transmission dipstick because they expect it to be a dealer-only type of inspection, so there's no real way to check the automatic transmission fluid without taking it to a mechanic on a modern car. Okay, generally towards the driver's side of the car and up against the back near what's called the firewall is your brake fluid. Brake fluid can be checked in a couple of ways. One way is to push down and turn on the cap. There's a float inside that will show what the level is at. In this case, on this Honda, it actually has a max level mark right here, and since this is a brand new car, it is well within standard. Important fluid to check is your radiator fluid. Your radiator fluid is a dangerous one to check. This cap should never be taken off when the vehicle is even slightly hot. This system is pressurized, and if you pull this off while it's hot, it will explode in your face and burn you badly. A lot of systems nowadays expect you to fill from the fill bottle, which is off on the side, and it actually has a low level and a high level mark on it. The way to check your radiator fluid is by this cap. Make sure that the car is cool and that it is off. You take this, push down and turn. This will pull out. Some, especially if they've been upgraded, have a pressure relief valve that will allow you to release the pressure off of them before you open it to make sure that nothing explodes out in front of you. Fluid that can easily be checked within your engine compartment is your windshield washer fluid level. This bottle could literally be anywhere along the sides in front of the car. In this case, it's on the passenger side fender and has a little cap. If you're going to try to fill your washer fluid, this right here symbol will generally tell you it is the washer fluid, so that you make sure that you're not replacing it with coolant, and generally the coolant will be labeled coolant. That can be easily checked inside of your engine compartment is your air filter. Your air filter is generally in a box that looks like this on a newer car. In this case, it has little pop latches. You pop the pop latches off, lift it off, and the air filter is inside. If the air filter is dirty, replace it. Comparison, this is our 2017 Jeep Cherokee. The fluids are all similar, but all in slightly different locations. The oil is on a pull ring, as I explained. Some of them have that. The engine oil is on a cap. These are all on the front, as I explained. The brake fluid is in the same area. It's almost always on the driver's side, up against the firewall. This one has a yellow cap, and it also has a bar on the side of it to tell you where the level's at. The windshield washer fluid is not on the passenger side, it's on the driver's side up front. Like I said, it could be anywhere around the side. And then this has a closed radiator system, which means there is no way for you to access the radiator. The only way to refill the coolant system is by the bottle on the passenger side. It also has a slightly different air cleaner setup. You can't just quickly release it. You have to unscrew the bolts that cover the housing and then take that off to get to the air cleaner. That is the basic fluid check on any car that you may have. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. I'll try and help you find where your fluid might be located. As always, thanks for watching. If you learned something, make sure to subscribe. We'll keep making more videos.